ladies. So I know you're probably thinking, what happened to your IUI video or ovulation video? So funny story is I had originally planned to make a video the day that I got my ovulation test and the day that I was getting my IUI done. But plans didn't work out that way. I was really busy the day that I ovulated, which was Wednesday the 15th of June. So I got my positive ovulation test that morning, and I called the doctor that morning that I got it. And, oh sorry, I hair in my face. So my husband and I BD'd the night before because I took an ovulation test at night because I was having cramps, and so I was like, well, I'm going to take an ovulation test. It was positive. I knew I was going to get my smiley face on my clear blue ones the next morning, which I did. So I scheduled my sperm wash and IUI for the next morning, and like I had to be down to the doctor's at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I just was so wound up that day, that morning, that I completely forgot to take my camera, and I tried to record it from my cell phone and upload it, but it wouldn't upload to YouTube because the video was too long. And then I tried to email it to myself, and the video was still too long, so I was like, crap. So I really wish that I could have had footage from that day, you know, how I was feeling and in the moment kind of thing, but didn't work out that way. But I will tell you about my day, how the whole day went. So I had to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I was so freaking tired. I mean, I hadn't gotten any sleep the night before because I was so like excited and I just couldn't sleep. And so I woke up at 5:30 in the morning, freaking exhausted, and I had to leave by 5:45. So I gave myself 15 minutes to get dressed, and my husband had to do his thing 5:30 in the morning, which really sucks, but whatever. He did his thing, and unfortunately it had only been 27 hours since the last time, you know, he had ejaculated. So it really wasn't a lot built up like I had thought it would be, but it was okay. It was like hardly any in that cup, and I was like freaking out because I was like, man, this is gonna be horrible. Like, I was just like freaking out, and I was like, you know what, I gotta think positive, because if I don't, then it's just gonna cause me to stress out. And I was like, ugh, I just gotta be positive about it, you know, just pray that the doctor has a good word on it. So I get driving down the road. I'm like 30 minutes down the road, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, what did I forget? Like, I swear, I'm like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. And then it hit me, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot the money. It's like, oh my god, I had an envelope of $600 in there so I could take it, because I knew it would be $300 for the IUI and however much for the sperm wash. So I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh, I'm so glad that I had money in savings. Like, we have plenty enough in there, but the point was is I completely forgot about it. And not only that, I took my dog with me, and she was going to the doctor as soon as I got my thing done. She was going to get her stitches removed, so I owed them $400 more for work getting her eye removed, so I was going to pay that off while I was down there. It was a good thing that we had the money in savings plus plenty of money in checking. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that. It's just like, how stupid can I be? So worried about just getting there on time, and I mean, as long as I had the sperm, that's all that really mattered. But yeah, and then I get down there like an hour and a half later. My husband's like, you left the money at home. I'm like, yes, I know, but thank you for telling me an hour and a half later. So I get down there, she takes his stuff and takes it back, and I had to fill out all this information and stuff, and she was like, it's gonna be $345. I was like, $345? It's like, holy crap, because I don't have insurance right now to pay for it. Otherwise, TRICARE would have paid for the whole thing. I was like, crap. It's like, they told me, my doctor told me it was going to be $150. So I'm going in there expecting to pay $150, but I had planned to pay $600 altogether, just in case. It was a good thing I planned for that just in case, because I definitely wasn't prepared for that. So that sucked. So I had to waste an hour, and so I went to Hardee's, sat in the car, was eating. That's when I recorded, you know, how I was feeling in the moment. And then I went back in, got the little tube thing. I swear it was like this much in the bottom. It was not a lot. And now I was just like, just gonna pray. She didn't say anything to me like, you know, oh, his count was low, or, you know. Sound like somebody was knocking at my door. Okay. Anyways, so she didn't say anything about it. And I was just like, okay, well, hopefully that's a good thing. So I get to the doctor, and I paid $300 as soon as I walk in. They make you pay like right then. And so I sat down, then she takes me over, and she's like, let's get your weight and your blood pressure. And hot diggity dog, I gained some weight. I mean, I've been stuck at like, I was stuck under 100 pounds for the longest time, and I just tried my hardest to gain weight, and I finally gained up to 103, and I was like freaking excited. I hit triple digits. I know you guys probably gonna be laughing or rolling your eyes at that, but it was exciting to me. And so when I got weighed, I weighed 106.6. So I was like, dang, yeah, packing it on now. So I felt pretty good about that. And when she did my blood pressure, she goes, all right, looks good. She goes, it's a little high, but you're probably nervous. And I'm thinking, yeah, definitely a little nervous. So I go back to the waiting room, and I wait what felt like a lifetime. My poor dog was in the car for an hour by herself, and it wasn't like it was hot. I had the windows down anyways, but I felt so bad for her. So finally they call me back, and she's like, okay, get dressed, undressed, waist down only. And you know, I sat on the table after I was done, and I waited and waited and waited and waited. 10 minutes later, the doctor finally comes in. He's like, okay, let's get this started. You ready to get pregnant? I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Stop talking and let's do this. So he puts the speculum in, right? And he couldn't get it to stay in, like he kept pushing it out. I guess my body was like pushing it out, and finally he got it, and he cranked that sucker up. I swear he cranked it up that big. I was like, holy heck. Like, that doesn't stretch like that, honey. I mean, I know it's gonna be like that when I have a baby, and that's fine at that time, but in that 2 seconds, it was like from this to whoa, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. So then he gets the little catheter thing, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is gonna be the bad part. This is gonna be the bad part. And I'm just laying there, and I'm laying there, I'm like, oh, please, just get this over with. And he's like, alright, can feel a little cramping here. I didn't feel a thing. And I was just like, okay, is it really in there? Because I don't feel anything. But I seriously didn't feel a thing. Like, it was so smooth and easy, other than the speculum thing. That was the worst part. And that's always the worst part whenever you get a pap, you know. That's like the sucky part. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad at all. I laid there for about 5 minutes, and she came in, back in. She let me sit there for a minute, and then came back in and was just like, you know, test on this day, and, you know, you can, you know, have sex again tonight if you want, blah, blah, blah. And so then I was done. I got in the car, went to my dog's doctor, and back home. I was only home for like 10 minutes before I had to go back to work, which sucked because I wanted to go to sleep. But yeah, that was it. I mean, it was just $600 just for that. Wow. Well, technically $645, but yeah. So I am 5 days past ovulation right now, / IUI, and since can't talk. Since 3 days past ovulation, I started having a lot of cramping, and it originally started on my right side, and it kind of has been more so on that side, and it was to the point where I felt like I was ovulating again, and who knows, maybe I did or maybe I didn't, but I was like, I don't understand what this is. Like, I tried Googling it, and I couldn't come up with anything. Like, people said, oh, it's after ovulation cramps, or maybe you really didn't ovulate. Oh, no, honey, I know I ovulated, because my fertility friend chart is like, phew. And I mean, I got my crosshairs, too, so I don't know what the cramping is from. Maybe it is after ovulation cramping or something. I don't know. But I've been having that cramping since then, and it's been 3 days now, so I mean, I don't know. It hasn't been as bad the past day as it was 3 days past ovulation. Like, it was really bad. But today is more so like period cramps. Like, it just feels like I'm gonna start. And I have a very short luteal phase. I only have an 11-day luteal phase. And so for her to tell me to wait until the end of the month to test, that would give me a, let's see, ovulated that day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 day luteal phase. I don't think so. No. I'm not waiting till that long. I mean, I'm not going to want to wait that long anyways, naturally, but no. No. If I don't know by day 12, if I haven't started my period, then I should know I'm pregnant, or, you know, if I don't get a positive test, something's going on. But it's always been 11 days with Clomid. It's very, very short. So, I don't know. I'm really hopeful, and I'm trying not to be too anxious and excited, because I don't want to get my hopes up and then get them shot down if I'm not pregnant. But I'm trying to stay positive and say I'm pregnant. So frustrating. I just want to know. Like the whole day. Ugh, my throat's really bad. Like the whole day after I got the IUI done and I went to work, I just kept thinking. I'm like, oh my God, you know, like, has the sperm met the egg yet? Is there a baby forming? You know, like, and that's all I thought about all day long. I could not stop thinking about it. And I was just like, I just wish I could know, like, right now. Sucks waiting. It really, really sucks waiting. And I really, really don't want to have to do another cycle of IUI. So I'm hoping it's just going to be one. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'll just show you guys really quickly what my fertility friend chart looks like right now compared to the last time I was on Clomid. Okay, so as you can see, this is 5 days past ovulation, and look how high my temperature went this morning. And yeah, I mean, it just shot up. And it was kind of high when I was on my period, and then of course it went down, and then that's how I definitely knew I ovulated, because look at this. I mean, that just shot right up. And then that's why I said 3 days past ovulation, it did a dip, and then it shot back up again. And I was like, oh, I hope I didn't ovulate twice. Not that my husband and I BD'd, just because I didn't want to take that risk. But yeah, and compared to last time I was on cycle, Clomid, God, I'll get it out. Yeah, it doesn't look the same. I mean, it kind of dipped down a little bit and shot up. But, you know, my temperatures got real high at 8 days past ovulation, and then 9 days, it just kind of dropped a little bit. And I was like, oh, maybe this is implantation, because the next day it stayed the same. But then it dropped way down on cycle day, 11 days past ovulation, and that's when I knew that I was going to start my period. So that really sucks. So right now, I think I'm going to wait until 10 days past ovulation to test, and we'll see how that ends up. I don't know if I can wait that long to test, but it would be stupid to test any sooner. But I know how I am, and I know I'm going to want to test sooner. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it just really all depends on what my symptoms are like for the rest of the week. So that would leave me Sunday or Monday to test. Today is Tuesday, so keep your fingers crossed for me. I'm like, I just want to know. I just want to know so bad. And, oh, so So another thing that I talked about in my little video while I was waiting during the sperm wash was my fingernails. The other day I posted a picture on Facebook of my fingernails. They were pink. And I was like, this is the Sally Hansen rub-on nail polish stuff or sticker stuff. Everybody's like, oh, that's not real nail polish. Well, I redid my nails and I did the print this time. And look how cute these are. Like, aren't these the cutest freaking nails ever? I think they look really, really good. And these are, it actually says it's real nail polish, but it just like rubs on. Like you just start at your cuticle and you just go like that. But I know a lot of you guys were interested and you're like, oh, that looks really good. But yeah, this is what they look like. And it probably looks like fake nails because it's like so perfect. But yeah, I recommend getting them. They don't have like a lot of good colors. It's always like bright neons and everything like that. And some of the designs are really ugly. Like there's a denim one I'm not fond of. And there's like a kittyish looking, like tie-dye looking one. I don't like that one either. But they have this one and a lace one. I like the lace one, but I've seen someone else wear it and it looks kind of fake. But this one didn't look fake. I mean, this one, I don't know, I think it looks really, really cute. And I like leopard print. And they have a zebra one that I want to try too. But yeah, that's a little information on that in case you're interested. But I'm done talking now. This is like 17 minutes so far. And everybody's going to get bored by like 5 minutes. So yeah, I will update you guys soon as I get any symptoms other than cramping. Or whenever I take a test. I don't know when I'll do a video, but I will talk to you guys later. And if you have Facebook, please like link your video when you make a new one, because lately my subscription box on YouTube hasn't been updating. Like I haven't had a new video in 2 weeks on there, and I don't know what the deal is with that, but yeah. So if you have Facebook, link it. Otherwise, I'll try to have to go through to everybody's channels, and it's a pain in the butt, but whatever. Anyways, yeah.